All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a really important new standard called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short. Think of it as the hidden engine that's finally starting to give AI agents some real power in the real world. We're going to break down exactly how it all works.
You've seen this, right? An AI can write a brilliant marketing plan or some amazing code, but the second you ask it to actually do something, update a CRM, schedule a meeting, file a report, it just can't. It hits a wall. This strange gap between being able to think and being able to act has been AI's biggest weakness. So what's really going on here?
Well, that helplessness, it really comes down to a huge bottleneck that's been holding AI back for years. It's a massive, and I mean messy, integration problem. Let's take a closer look at what that actually means.
Okay, so this slide really shows the chaos perfectly. It's what's known as the N by M integration problem. Just imagine you've got N different AI models and M different tools, Salesforce, Slack, you name it. The old way meant building a custom one-off connector for every single combination. It's a tangled mess. And it's incredibly brittle too. One little API change from Salesforce could break everything downstream. This just grinds development to a halt and keeps AI agents from doing anything useful.
But now, there's a solution to all that chaos, and honestly, it's an incredibly clever one. It's called MCP, and you can think of it as a kind of universal translator for all of AI.
So here it is, the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. It's really the industry's answer to this whole mess. It was pioneered by Anthropic back in late 2024, and it's an open standard that creates a universal plug-and-play interface. Basically, it's one common language for every AI to talk to every single tool.
And this, right here, is the perfect analogy. We all remember that junk drawer full of a million different cables, right? Well, just like USB-C finally fixed that for our devices, MCP is getting rid of the digital mess of custom connections for AI. It's one standard port for everything. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's universal.
This was the brilliant move. By making MCP an open-source standard, companies like Anthropic, OpenAI, and Google basically turn the connection problem into a solved problem. It's a commodity now. So the whole game is no longer about who can build the most connectors. The question is totally shifted from, hey, can your AI connect my stuff, to, okay, it's connected, now how smartly can your AI actually use it?
So we know what MCP is, but how does it actually work, under the hood? How does an AI agent use this new standard to get hooked into the tools it needs to get work done?
The whole thing is built on three main parts. First up, you've got the MCP host. Just think of this as the AI's home base, like the ChatGPT or Claude app on your computer. Then inside that host, you have an MCP client, which acts like a dedicated translator for one specific tool. And finally, there's the MCP server. This is the smart adapter that sits on top of a tool like Salesforce and tells the AI what it's capable of doing in a language it can understand.
Now this is where it gets really, really cool. That MCP server can offer up its abilities in three different ways, and this table lays it out perfectly. First, you've got tools, which the AI model can just decide to use all on its own. Then there are resources, things like a PDF that the app gives the AI for context. And finally, you have prompts, which are actions that we, the user, kick off by, say, clicking a button. This setup makes it super clear who's in control, the AI, the application, or you.
And MCP gets even more advanced. There's something called sampling, where a tool can basically borrow the AI's main brain for a heavy-duty task, like summarizing a huge document. Then there's elicitation, which is like a safety net. It lets a tool pause and ask you, hey, are you sure you want to delete this, before doing something risky? And roots is a great security feature that can lock a tool into a specific folder so your photo editing AI can't go snooping around your financial documents.
Okay, enough theory. Let's see how this all comes together in the real world, with a scenario that could totally change how a business runs. We are going to automate a sales funnel from start to finish.
So here's the setup. A new lead fills out a contact form on your website. Usually, that kicks off a whole bunch of slow, manual emails and data entry. But with an MCP-powered AI agent, we're going to qualify this lead automatically, literally in seconds.
All right, step one. The form is submitted. The AI agent wakes up instantly, and its very first thought is, okay, who is this person?
To figure that out, it does a quick CRM check. It uses its Salesforce tool to call the MCP server and just asks a simple question. Hey, is this email address already in our system? It's a fast, clean lookup to get its bearings.
Okay, on to step two. The agent knows if the lead is new or not,
But to make a really smart decision, it needs more context, time to enrich the data.
So for this, the agent calls a totally different MCP server, maybe one for a tool like Clearbit, to get more info on the company. What industry are they in? How many employees do they have? This is the kind of critical detail it needs to actually be helpful.
And now the final step, number 3. The agent has all the data it needs. It's time to make a decision and hand this off without anyone lifting a finger. So, based on everything it's learned, the AI scores the lead. Then, it calls that Salesforce tool one last time, updates the lead status to qualified, adds its notes, and automatically routes it to the right person on the sales team. The whole thing, from website click to a sales-ready lead, is done, autonomously, in seconds.
That one example is pretty powerful, but it is just scratching the surface. MCP is driving a huge, fundamental shift in how we even think about building with AI.
And this quote right here really gets to the heart of it. For the last few years, so much of the AI world has been obsessed with prompt engineering, just trying to write the perfect magic words to get an AI to do something. Well, MCP changes the game. The future isn't about writing better prompts, it's about building better tools.
So what does that future look like? First, we're going to see networks of agents, where specialized AIs team up to solve really complex problems, all using MCDP to talk to each other. We'll also see tool marketplaces pop up, where you can just buy a certified, secure MCDP server for Salesforce instead of building it yourself. And this is the big one. Tool engineering, designing these powerful, reliable tools for AIs, is going to become one of the most important skills in the entire tech industry.
So that brings us to the final and I think most important question you should be asking yourself. When you think about using AI, are you still focused on just building better prompts? Or are you starting to think about building the tools that will give your AI the power to actually do things? Because that's the future that MCP is unlocking right now.